Hey, it's Joe Glines, the Automator, and I want to demonstrate some updates we made to Prompt Assistant. It's really cool functionality. Now you can have a hotkey or a hot string and trigger sending like HTML formatted stuff from your clipboard or a picture, and paste it. It gets pasted into wherever you're dumping it. So, Prompt Assistant. This is Prompt Assistant. I'm going to go in and customize. And here, let's say first off, we could run some scripts. So I'm going to hit Edit here. Um, Basically, the first line, you decide on what version of AutoHotkey you want to do. I'll do V2, and that is what would go here, right? That's what puts it in there. Let me delete it and I'll show you. So if that is there, when I choose this, it adds that to the front. It has a semicolon in front of it, but don't worry about that. We parse it and understand that, hey, we're going to use AutoHotkey V2 to run this code. Right here, it's going to have a message box, hello world, then say hi, and then exit the app. This exit app is no longer needed. I had it there because we made a little tweak the other day, but I'm going to hit update, and let's see here. There's no hotkey. I could assign a hotkey to it. I could say I'll hit Control B, which is a weird thing, but okay, I'm going to update that. It's going to save it, and once it's done, you'll see the next one here. It's saving. I have a big database, so now it's done, and I'm going to hit Control B, and it triggered that script, right? So we can run that. You can put in a lot of different kind of AutoHotkey code. We also have under the options here under preferences, you can have include libraries, and you can put like we use our notify class a lot, so I don't have to go include them everywhere. I just include them here. They get appended to whatever is here. It will automatically include them, which is really helpful. Also, if you wanted to test this, this is the other really cool thing. So, well, let's get rid of that first one, second one. Let's just keep the second one. I can hit run, and it's going to try to execute what's live there. This allows you to do some live testing here. Now, let's say you had an issue. Actually, that would be more when we're running it. I'll show you that. Hopefully, I can show you that. But sometimes you'll have an error, and that's where it's handy to know to hit edit, and you can pull it up in your editor to see what it does. But so that's just for running AutoHotkey code, right? So I'm going to hit cancel. Let's go to the next one. Let's say I wanted to send a picture. This is where you need to get our Clipster library. So I'm running it has to be V2 64-bit. So make sure for Clipster, you need to have 64-bit. We're going to include, I have the path to where the local Clipster is located. Clipster requires the Win API clipboard library. So that needs to be in that folder structure. If we go to navigate here, I'll show you. Notice here in my lib, I have the two WinClip API, WinClip and WinClip API. Those need to be there. So make sure you have those wherever the Clipster library is. They need to be under that. And now what's cool is I have a path to a JPEG file, and I tell it, this is the keyword if you study how to use Clipster, PIC. If I put PIC here, it's going to say, hey, take this, go resolve it, and paste the picture there. So, and let's say, well, this time I won't have a hotkey. I could put a hot string, but I'm just going to use the tool. We'll leave this here, close that guy. And now let's say I open up, let's see, I have this open, and I come into Compose, and now I can go in here, and I'm going to pull up the menus, AJ, Advanced, and here's the sending of picture. Notice there's no hotkey. This has a Control B and a Control C. This one doesn't. I click it, and it goes and gets that picture and pastes it in for me, right? So that'll work in basically anything that can take a picture. It will allow you to try to paste if you have a picture on your, clipboard and you can paste it, that's exactly how you would use this tool, right? But this allows you to, you can assign a hotkey or a hot string to trigger that for you. So it makes it very, very convenient. I'll hit this, hit remove, just because we don't need that. Now we'll go over the last one, which is still really, really cool. So let's say I wanted to have some HTML, a message. This is how you can use Clipster in Prompt Assistant. So I would probably want to say, this is how you use Clipster. I'm going to bold. Ha, that's funny. That's why you don't use a hotkey. That's something that you normally use, right? Duh. I'll bold that. I'll also bold this. I'll need to go remove that hotkey. Now, Clipster, this should be hyperlinked to our link to Clipster, which I don't know if I have. Yep, there's the link to Clipster. Okay, and Prompt Assistant is also, there we go. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing this here because it's easy to do. What's cool about this site, html6.com, is it gives you very, very clean HTML. The HTML is what we need in order to be able to paste the formatted text. So I'm going to come in here and copy this. Now note here, these are using double quotes around here. That's really, really important to note what if they're using single or double quotes. Because when we come back into Prompt Assistant and sending HTML, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have this included in the run 64. It needs to be 64-bit. Single lessons forced, never hurts to have that. Include Clipster library. You also need this WC : when clip in the parens. That's needed for Clipster to work properly. Now we're building a continuation section here. Again, this is auto hotkey code, right? So if you understand that, it's not too hard to follow. I'm going to paste in my HTML in here. And this is why I was saying, if you had single quotes up in here in your HTML, then you would want to maybe wrap those with the double quotes on the outside or figure it out. Just make sure you escape those properly. Here in Clipster, we put in the variable code, which is what I'm shoving in here, and I'm putting it with this as a special term HTML. That's going to tell it, I'm going to hit update, it's going to tell it that that is to be HTML in Clipster instead of the picture, right? So now it's saved. Now I can come back to here and check this out. If I hit Control T, it pastes that formatted automatically. So again, it's hotkeys and hotstrings are fascinating, but you can't easily build in pretty links for pasting pictures, right? You can paste in plain text. Using our Clipster library allows you to paste in, have hotstrings or hotkeys to paste in pictures or HTML, and a lot of tools that take HTML, you know, that if you're wanting rich text, meaning color of font and stuff, usually you can go, well, you know what, I did want to have this red, and you're thinking about it as RTF, rich text format, but often you can take the HTML, and I'll come back into here. I'm going to update this code, and now when I hit update, now when I come back into here and hit Control T once it's done, now it has that formatting, right? I think this is just game-changing cool. It's really, really cool. If you have a lot of stuff where you cite people and give them directions to something, and maybe you have a Google map link or something, or a link to a resource or whatever, having the ability to paste this in to your stuff really conveniently is just a game changer. So Prompt Assistant, it's a, you know, I think it's $19.99. We have modules and stuff, but this functionality alone, you do have to buy the Clipster library, which I think is $7.99-ish. I forget. Let's here, let's click it and find out. $4.99. What a deal, right? Or you pay for the Access Pass, $29.99, and you can have access to all of our scripts forever that are under $4.99. Or you can get that a yearly access. But I highly recommend, if you're getting stuff from us, this one-time payment of $30. It's a great way that you get access to all of our stuff under $5, or just buy this one for $5. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Prompt Assistant is a really, really, really powerful, easy to use tool. It's based similar to Quick Access Pop-Up, except for it's much more basic. And the second thing is it's super easy to import and export menus. So I can pull up Prompt Assistant, and if there was a menu here I wanted to give somebody, so I have like my, I don't have a lot of auto-hotkey code in there, but here's my API library. I can, this guy over, I can hit export, and it will take that entire, all the menus with their icons beneath it, and be able to share it with somebody else, which is a really, really game-changing thing, because it allows you to develop stuff and then share it with other people and vice versa. So hope you enjoyed that. Please like the video if you learned something. It really helps me out. Have an awesome day. Cheers.